Hey guys. Well, still not working. Hold on. Hello. No audio. Hold on. How about now? Can you hear me now? Whoa. Sorry, guys. I don't know what was going on there. Sorry about that. Screwed up. And that'll probably be the last mistake tonight. I can't swear it will be. Anyways, it's me. It's me. It's Michael B. And now that we have audio, get ready because tonight I want to have a very, very fun show. There's been too much negativity or things taken out of context and read as negativity lately. We're talking about all these things about these home arcade companies and talking about our companies in trouble, looking at certain facts on companies and saying, could this impact their growth? Looking at products coming out from companies, picking apart every last thing about the new products and if they're good or not. Honestly, right now, it's not a great time in the home arcade community. There isn't a ton to be excited about. Some people are still excited and, no fuss to them. But tonight, I want to do something really fun and take a look at what made us really happy over the course of the last 3-4 years in home arcade. So we're going to take a look at all the products from all the companies, and I'll explain that a little bit better in the next couple minutes. And we're going to decide what's the best home arcade product ever made. So that's the quest tonight. And this is going to be a super interactive show where you guys are going to be voting in polls and deciding what you think is the best home arcade product. And while we're waiting for the polls to finish, I'm also going to be reading your thoughts on screen about what you think are the best home arcade products. So stick with me. Hopefully this is a fun show. Hopefully no more technical issues. I'm really sorry. I should have been up here and getting this ready a couple of minutes ago to avoid that. But then again, I'm not a professional by any means. This is Chill and Chat with Michael B. All right, guys. So tonight, the whole plan is to decide the best home arcade product of all time from all our favorite companies over the course of the last couple of years. Let's talk about the products that we thought were really good, really special, and figure out a way scientifically through voting to decide which one was the absolute best. But before we get started, I want to say hello to the people in the chat. Let's bring that up on screen. And before we even get going, we had a super chat. See if I can find it. And if I can't find it, I am so sorry, but I'm going to find it. So the super chat here was from Riddick's Classic Arcade. And for some reason, I can't bring it up on screen. I don't know where it is. I am so sorry, Riddick. It was before the show started, and they're not letting me bring it up now. So I'll bring up your last comment, but it's super chat. This is Riddick's comment. $5 super chat he gave me. The system's not letting me bring it up for some reason. My pick for the best home arcade is ALU. It's so easy to upgrade with CoinOpsX that it's really a no-brainer for those who just want one solid cab. Thank you very much for the super chat. And I want to say hello to the people here in the chat. We've got Scott B, Matt Astra Gaming, Brooklyn Menace, who's not a menace at all, Steps Gaming, Carlo, Papa Bread's Gaming, Dark Empire, Andy's Game Room, Nova Sonic, what's happening, Nova Sonic? Jason M, Stock Jock, Bill's Retro Gaming Show, what's happening, brother? Kato, I know, no sound, I got it back. Will this be the burger review episode? Probably not. No, Charlie Chuck, there we go. El Captain, Sir Sega, Jason M. If I've said someone again, please forgive me. Jason, Hobby Monster, Alfred Burger, Rody8105, Dragot. Let's see. Am I missing anybody? Biggie D's Arcade, JJ. Endless One Up. What's happening, brother? Stupid Fat Hobbit. Bring out the madness. Oh, yeah. We'll get into that in a second. Soul Red. What do you think of the Lego Pac-Man cab? I'm getting one. It's neat, but I've just never got into the Lego craze, so I'm probably not going to get one myself. David G, what's happening, brother? Shane the 4 team. Sorry if I said that wrong. Darren Kane, console fanboy. Fightcade is the best home arcade because it's free and has 0 issues online. That's something you can play through something else, but not an arcade itself. But interesting comic console fanboy. Thor Casey, Paul Barris, Kurt Mason, Jetso Baron, Alan's Ageless Arcades, Regular, Kevin Clausen. Let's get going, brother. Oh, it's Canadian me, Mike B. Michael Asanti, what's happened? Booty shaking on the dance floor. So I'll explain this, and the Macho Man shirt comes into play here too, guys. So I'll make sure that's pretty similar here. So what we're doing is, what's the best home arcade product of all time? And I figured the best way to actually figure this out was to do a quasi tournament. So that's why I'm wearing my Macho Man shirt. So my favorite WrestleMania of all time, should be no surprise, where I'm a big Macho Man Randy Savage fan, is WrestleMania. Oh, I almost said WrestleMania 4. So the way we're going to do this is a tournament a la WrestleMania 4. Now let me bring up the bracket for you guys so you can see. Now, I'm sorry, this is going to take a quick minute. I put a lot of time into making these brackets, so hopefully this looks okay. So I'm going to share screen. Boom. Entire screen. Boom. Share. So, guys, what we have here is the tournament. So if you guys took a look in the comments earlier, you would have already seen these seeds, but the way this works is there's 2 Arcade1Up seeds. I've picked 8 cabinets that I've either experienced or heard really good things about, thought it had excellent play quality. The reason why there's 2 Arcade1Up seeds is because if you take a look at the rest of the products, like companies like AtGames, they really only made like 2 or 3 cabs. iiRcade has a bunch of different skins, but realistically only 2 cabs. So it wasn't fair to try to put all of them in together. So I've made specific brackets. So Arcade1Up, 8 of their choice cabinets have been selected. They'll each be in a seed themselves. Then we've got a pinball seed pitting all the best pinball cabinets that have come out, virtual pinball cabinets, against each other, and also a Multicade Seed. So I'll explain these a little bit better here now. So I'm going to kick that off screen and just stop sharing that for a second so I can bring this up and show you the individual seeds. So the first seed is Arcade1Up Seed 1. So in this seed, we've got Star Wars, 3/4 Star Wars. I went with the newest. I know. The LU behind me, I didn't have time to get Robotron or any game on it tonight, so it's just turned on. So in the first Arcade1Up Seed 1, we have Star Wars Arcade1Up, Street Fighter Yoga Flame. I'm not personally in love with this cabinet, but a lot of people love the game lineup. They love the new control panel, so I've added Yoga Flame. Killer Instinct Pro, and while a lot of people have kind of kicked it because of its price, in terms of its build quality, the Samurai controls, even though they're not the best Samurai controls, I really think it's a great cabinet. I don't know if it's $1,000 cabinet, but it's a great cabinet. That's included. And last but not least, Class of 81 Deluxe. People are saying the Deluxe cabinets are the new gold standard, so I wanted to give that an opportunity. So we'll pop that off screen now. Sorry, guys. Jeez Louise. And I'm going to bring up the Multicade Seed and explain this one. So here on screen, you can see we've got iiRcade Gold Edition. Doesn't have to be Dead Cells. It could be any of the iiRcade Gold Edition. iiRcade Gold Edition. We've got the Geo MVSX. Now, technically, this could fall into the same category as Arcade1Up because, you know, it's a cabinet that's obviously a Neo Geo, but with the inclusion of the high-low hack, people have put so many other games on it. I think this falls more into the Multicade category. Then, of course, we've got the AtGames Legends Ultimate, and last but not least, the original iiRcade. Man, I don't know what happens. My voice always goes right before I do my show. And then next up is the pinball topic. Now, I know you guys are going to be mad at me because I did not include Well Played Toys Pinball, or maybe you won't be mad with me. That's the right answer. Oh, here we go. Super chat. Console fanboy, you didn't have to do that, man. Respectfully, can you please explain how Fightcade is not considered home arcade? You're at home. It's an arcade with 8,000 games online. Do you have to spend $700 to consider it a home arcade? Explain. No, you're 100% right. It can be an arcade. It doesn't matter how you play it. But in terms of what we're doing here, it's not a retail product you can purchase. These are all retail products you can purchase that's a home arcade. It's the same reason why I didn't include like multicades from, what's the company? Someone asked me earlier, like, are you going to include Rec Room Masters multicades? Or are you going to include, other multicades that you can buy from people? And I was like, no, it's only retail options. So Fightcade isn't something that you could purchase at retail, isn't something we could bring home. That's why it's not included. So thank you very much for the super chat, Zohar. I apologize. It's not trying to exclude Fightcade or not talk about how awesome it is. It is awesome, but these are retail products that we've been able to purchase over the course of the last year. Zero Redux says, what about real arcades? No, this is just home arcades. So the recreation toy market in the last little while. Read, but okay. So you're kidding me. Papa Brad says iiRcade should be just one place. It splits the vote. I don't know if you want to consider it that way. We can only put one iiRcade up there. We'll take the other one out. There'll only be 3 options in that one. I won't give the 2 iiRcade votes. Does that work for everybody? I know, Charlie Chuck, show prep and everything. So last but not least, people may say the same thing here. I disagree because these are, in fact, 2 different products. But we have the pinball category. And here we go. So in this one, we've got the AtGames Legends Pinball, Toy Shock. Guys, remember Toy Shock Pinball, the Arcade1Up Attack from Mars Pinball, and then the Arcade1Up Star Wars Pinball. I left Marvel off. Most people seem to prefer the Star Wars to the Marvel. I don't know why. So those are the ones I put up there. Steps Gaming, how about you put an ALU Mini, LOL? Wouldn't that just split the ALU vote? Yeah, that's fine, guys. I'll just do 3 categories for Multicade. I'll leave the second iiRcade out. Not trying to split the vote or trying to do anything funny here. There we go. It's easy peasy. Zohar, another super chat. You don't have to do that, man. By your definition, it's something you pay for. What if I buy an Arcade1Up? I got it. Then I put Fightcade in it. Now it's a home arcade? No, because that's a modded arcade, which we're not including. And we're going to go down a route here with you telling me, well, you can put your games on an ALU. It's still an Arcade1Up at that point. So even if I allow it and you're putting a PC in an Arcade1Up to play Fightcade, it's still an Arcade1Up that you're doing. Or if you hook a PC up to an ALU to play Fightcade, it's still through the ALU that you're doing it, Zohar. Fightcade's awesome, guys. Fightcade for free, and the enjoyment people get out of it, being able to play online, and it's free. That's a winner right there. So there you go. Anyways, those are I'm sorry. I'm from a place called Newfoundland that has a slight like Irish descent. There's something, we have weird accent. I'm trying to say Mars, but I might be saying MERS, and I'm not trying to. So I apologize about the accent, guys. So anyways, those are our pinball choices. So let's take that off the screen. And then last but not least, I'm going to bring up the second seed for Arcade1Up. These are the ones I went with. You could disagree with me, agree with me. Completely up to you guys. So we've got Dragon's Lair. It's on that Mount Rushmore for me with the top 3 Arcade1Ups. Big Buck Hunter, which might be a surprise to some people, but everybody I talk to, They love the big Buck Hunter cab. It's one of the nicest ones in their home arcade, the one everybody plays the most. So I thought that would be a excellent choice. Jeff Walsh, I see your comments. Stern, I know. And then we've got Tron. Despite all the broken flight sticks, it's still a beautiful home arcade. It's a decoration piece. And then last but not least, Mortal Kombat 2. And Mortal Kombat 2 is in that deluxe format. It's got the excellent form factor last year's model had, but it's got the upgraded screen and some other upgraded factors. The online's still janky, but that's what it is. So MK Deluxe. Anyways, though, guys, those are our selections, and I'm going to give you guys a chance to vote. So how this will work is I'm going to let you guys vote. I'll bring up a topic. We're going to give it 10 minutes for everybody to tabulate their votes, and after 10 minutes, we will declare a winner. That one will go on. Let me bring up the main bracket again here now. That one's going to go on, as you can see here. So the winner of Arcade1Up Seed 1 will go to the finals. Then another 10 minutes to decide best multicade. That will go on to the finals. The winner will. Pinball will go on to the final, and then Arcade1Up Seed 2 goes on to the final, and then the winner from each of these categories will face off in a final fatal four-way, and the winner of that, after 10 minutes of polls, will be declared the best home arcade product ever. I will get through it, JJ. You gotta believe in me. You gotta believe. It's like Parappa the Rappa says. Hold on, guys. I'm gonna pull this off the screen, and we got a super chat here from Ezekiel, the Chicago Retro Ranger, 199. What's up, Michael B? What's happening, Ezekiel? Good to see you, my brother. Thank you so much for the super chat. Well, here's the thing, guys. Like, we can throw something out there. I could come out and just tell you what I think is the best product. So it's not letting this down. Fightcade already won. I'm not going to tell you what the best product is. There's so many people out there that tell you their opinions and want you to hear what they have to say. I really want feedback from you guys. And let me explain this a little bit, where this idea came from. I don't know if you guys watched B Kong's show from last night, but B Kong just did a quick impromptu stream. Me and P Dubs jumped in, and he started asking questions like, what's the one home arcade you would save in the event your house was on fire or something like that? What? And it just spurred me, and it made me think, what is the best iiRcade cabinet of all time? Oh, sorry. What is the best home arcade cabinet of all time? And it really made me think. And instead of me telling you what I think, I wanted to find out in some way of putting this together in a community thing, how we could decide. OTG is also on the Fightcade side. Fightcade is a home arcade. I'm 100% sure Zohar wrote OTG and said, get in here, bro. This guy doesn't think Fightcade's a home arcade. Retail home arcade. All right. So anyways, guys, as long as that's understood, hopefully that's clear as mud. The last thing I wanted to confirm was, Arcade1Up are in two separate seeds. I'll bring this back up on screen. So Arcade1Up are in two separate seeds, and I've said it myself before. Arcade1Ups are multicades. I mean, by definition, it's an Arcade1Up. It's an arcade cabinet with multiple games on it. Henceforth, it's a multicade, but they're a little bit different because it's only a small selection of games, and it's really focused on the catered game. So that's why I put it in a different category. Anyways, with all of that out of the way, I'm losing my voice. Let's get started. And we will go with our first one. So you guys know when I do these shows, you're going to get the clicky keyboard so I can add them in. So let me add the poll options up here now. And we will have our first battle. Talk amongst yourselves while I do this. And when this is all going down, I'm going to be reading your guys' comments here in the chat. You tell me, out of the four that's on screen, which one you guys like the most and why. Clicky, clicky keyboard. Geez, I gotta remember which one it was. All right, guys, so the poll is up. I'm going to set my timer here now for 10 minutes. I'm going to find my timer. So 10 minutes are on the clock. You guys got to vote for what you think out of Arcade1Up Seed 1, which you think is the best product of those four, and which one deserves to go on to the finals. Let me know your thoughts, and I'll be reading what you think of these four arcades. If you've got a favorite, throw it up in the chat and tell me why. Yeah, P-dubs, 10 minutes for a category. There's only 5 categories. That's it. Charlie Chuck, I've been asked by 70 of them to vote by proxy. That's funny. All right. And our first comment I want to bring up here, Lisa's Retro Lounge says, bet Star Wars romps this. I got a feeling that's going to be the case too. I've said since early on, I think Star Wars is the best Arcade1Up cabinet to date. I still think it's the best. Let's see how this plays out. Ritual Dello says, add the dress arcade, Michael B. It's groundbreaking technology. Well, it broke something. Maybe my spirit. I don't know. Evil Genius Entertainment says, unique controller setups, if done right, like in Star Wars, always impressive. Jason says, Star Wars, one of Arcade1Up's best. I agree, guys. I think it's also one of Arcade1Up's best. Let's see. This one is throwing some stuff out there. MVC2 and Shinko Hadouken and NBA Jam and Miss Pac-Man table. That's his guess. You know, it's funny because B-Kong, I sent these lists out earlier today. You guys know I put it up in the description. And B-Kong was pretty adamant that my list wasn't complete. I needed to add more Arcade1Ups. And he also said, what about Marvel versus Capcom? B's made no doubt about this to anybody. He said his favorite Arcade1Up cabinet by far is the original Marvel versus Capcom. And I said to B, no, man, I wouldn't even include it in the top 10. And while he certainly loves it for the experience, there's a lot of things that bring it down for me. One, I mean, it's by no means arcade authentic. It's back in the old shark fin design. You know, there's just a lot of things that take it out of the running. Sure, it's a good cab. A lot of people like it, but that's just where it is. Oh, Tony C., thanks for bringing that up. That's another thing I wanted to mention. Where's Catalina Wine Mixer? So, guys, you're probably thinking, like, there's a lot of products that are out here. Oh, Brad, for God's sakes. Brad, you already have 50% Arcade1Up going into the final no matter what. Yes, and there's a reason for that. That's because they've released 175 products in the last 4 years, while the other companies have only released sometimes 2 and 3 products. So we want to give everybody an opportunity to vote for those products. There's nothing rigged here or anything like that. This is just fun. Biggie D's Arcade says Street Fighter has a good online experience. I would say it's one of the top Arcade1Up cabinets. So I got off base here. We want to read the super chat from Console Fanboy, $1.99. 1UP will get Robotron in 2026 or play on Fight. Fight Kate now. You're not going to let this go, are you, Zohar? Thank you for the super chat. So I do play Robotron all the time now on my AtGames Legends Ultimate. It's a pretty good experience. So let's take a look at how the poll's doing, guys. Right now, it's looking at, with 4 minutes in, Star Wars is leading with an impressive 67% of the votes. Killer Instinct Pro is in last place with 7%. Class of 81 Deluxe, second place at 16%. Yoga Flame at third place with 9%. You guys still have 6 minutes in order to make your decisions. So get in there. The one thing I did want to say, and I apologize about this, guys. So In doing this, I stuck with like larger cabinets. So I didn't include Partycade. So that's why the Catalina wine mixers was in there. Oh, I understand what you mean now, Brad. Thanks for thanks for clarifying that. I think B was just worried that with so many products, not enough were covered. I think he was just upset I didn't include Marvel versus Capcom too. So that's it. So anyways, what I wanted to say was, instead of including like every product that ever came out, no Partycades, there's no countercades. I didn't want to include just bar tops. I didn't want to include like micro arcades. So like you'll notice that there's nothing here from New Wave Toys, Replicade. There's nothing here from like Glen, the Glen-Icade, the build your own arcade. That one's not included either. Nothing there. We're talking about 3/4 scale and up, something that actually physically stands as an arcade cabinet that's playable in your home. That's kind of the mindset I went with here. Hopefully that makes sense for you. Jet Set Baroni, hard for me to vote for Star Wars. It looks great, but the games are not my favorite. Not as fun as other options. Yeah, there you go. I know I didn't include the Pong table. That's another one B Kong said too. Should NFL Blitz have been included? You guys let me know in the chat. If you think NFL Blitz should have been one of the arcades that's included there, let me know. So $1.99 super chat. If you include iArcade, you should include a Switch too. Zohar, thank you very much for the super chat, brother. We'll do a different show on what's the best desk shit ever made. I promise you. Promise you that. So guys, we are at 6 minutes in. Currently, right now, Yoga Flame has picked up pace. Still in third place, though, because it is at 11%. Killer Instinct still sitting dead last. Class of 81 Deluxe is at 18%. Star Wars, 63%. Goofyfoot, now you're messing with me, guys. Like, obviously, that's not a home arcade. That, like, a Switch is either a console or a hybrid that plugs into a TV. Steam Deck is a, handheld that actually jumps in there, too. Oh, you guys are just messing with me now. Messing with me. Do you think 10 minutes is too long, guys? Let me know in the chat. We can jump this up if you want. If not, I just thought it would be fun for you guys to let me know in the chat what you like about these 4 products. I can read them out on the screen. But if you think the time is too long, let me know. Seven-minute tops. 10 minutes is too long for this one. All right, so we'll go for 7 minutes. We are currently sitting at 7 minutes, and it's a landslide. I agree. We're going to end the poll. And ladies and gentlemen, as you can see, not a surprise to me from that list, the winner is Star Wars Arcade1Up. So Star Wars Arcade1Up will be moving on to the finals for the best home arcade product ever made. So there it is. Star Wars finished with 62% of the vote. It was a landslide. Moving on. So now we're going to go on to the second round. And to remind you what your choices are again before we get started, we are moving in to the Multicade Seed. I think this one should be a tighter race. Now, don't ever tell me that I don't listen to what the fans have to say here, because I was told that iArcade, 2 versions of the iArcade, would split the vote. In order to avoid confusion, we are going to remove one of the iArcades, so it's just iArcade. Doesn't matter if it's iArcade, iArcade Gold. I did want to go for a specific product, though. And my God, one of my cats is currently dropping a massive anchor. I'm glad it was a commercial break, because you guys don't need to hear this. Jeez Louise, there is more. There is more kitty litters in the house. Why? Why did you need to come up here now? No, Projectorcade sadly did not make the list. All right. Can you remove them both? Do you mean the kitty litters or the iArcades, Charlie Chuck? I know it's not your favorite. So what we're going to do, there's only going to be 3 options here. So it's going to be iArcade, Gold, which is just the iArcade, Neo Geo MVSX from Unico, and the AtGames Legends Ultimate. So let's get going. We got a super chat here from Console Fanboy. Technically, if you add Fightcade to a Steam Deck, then Steam Deck is now an arcade machine. Facts, this show is rigged. Also, please have Brad on. Thank you very much for the super chat, Zohar. All right, so here we go, guys. Let's rock and roll. I'm going to put this up in the chat. That was the timer for the first one. I'll make sure it's 7 minutes this time. So, bringing this down, I got to get this up. Thank God my cat goes out to do her business. Yeah, I don't blame you. That is good, but I would feel bad if my cat ever went out. That's all I got to say. Not that there's anything wrong with that. There's some cats that can go out. We have house cats. We never let our cats go outside. All right, guys, time for the Multicade Seed. Now, what I want you to do is it's going to be 7 minutes. 7 minutes. That's what we've decided. So 7 minutes to vote for your favorite of the 4 in this category, but it's only going to be 3 this time, remember. And the winner goes on to the finals. So here are your 3 choices. They are up in the poll now. And I'm going to start the clock. 7 minutes. Let's see who the winner is. I got a feeling this is going to be a much, much tighter race. Let me know over the course of the next 7 minutes what you're voting for and why. Throw it up in the chat. I'm going to read some of these out for everybody. Charlie Chuck, I need a full 10 minutes for this category. Need to change accounts quite a few times to vote more. Charlie does not like the iArcade. I know it's tough. You really like all 3. That's why this is interesting. From the Multicade side, because we're only picking one product at the end. We've got to get out there. Oh, this is a really good one here. So we've got a comment here from Kevin Clausen. ALU can add your own games and mod the hell out of it. There's a lot of options to do extra stuff, like the addition of the bit LCD marquee. Very, very cool. Then you've got the Garage Gamer. I'm voting for MVSX because it has the best licensed games. That's probably true. The best licensed games of the 3 cabinets and probably the most arcade authentic artwork. The other 2 cabs look nice, but they don't have the nostalgia factor that other home arcade products does. That's one thing the Neo Geo brings with it. Brooklyn Menace says, I voted gold due to side-by-side comparison, and gold cab slays everything. That's true. The gold cab, from a actual performance standpoint and from a parts standpoint, is probably the best built, best produced home arcade product you will ever find. And then we've got Galaga Guy. AtGames is just all around better, cheaper, coin ops, good screen, controls, speakers, can mod so much on it. Papa Brad says, I like all 3 Multicades. Gold is the best. I forgot I don't have money. Now I can't get home. Please fill up my Prius. I'm poor. Zohar, yeah, send me your send me your what is it? PayPal or Cash App, buddy. I'll get some of this back to you maybe. Dragot said he's voting for the MVSX. So we're almost about 4 minutes into it. As it stands now, the iArcade is at 35%. Neo Geo MVSX is at 16%. And the AtGames Legends Ultimate is out in the lead at 48%. And I can also confirm that it smells like absolute death in here because my cat just dropped a absolutely crazy Duke. I don't even know what to say here. Weapon X says, ALU, it's arcade-ish. Thor KC says, I don't understand why nobody is modding iArcades. That's an interesting question. Right now, I don't know if it can be modded. There's no mod that's out there. There was a rumor a Team Encoder had done a mod, but they just didn't think that it was in the best interest to release it because it would kind of destroy the iArcade's ecosystem, the way they make money. And also, if you do mod the iArcade, you're going to lose the ability to connect to the store to add your games. So I don't know. People just haven't done it. Jeff Walsh with an interesting comment. I do hear this a lot. ALU is hideous. No place in my house for it. There you go. And Brooklyn Menace says, once you mod an iArcade, it's no longer an iArcade. That is correct. You need Street Fighter 2 1-Up ETA Prime mod. That is the best arcade product. Yeah, a lot of people did that when that original Street Fighter came out and ETA Prime did the Raspberry Pi mod to it. Like, those Street Fighter cabs went everywhere because it was the perfect layout, you know, and you had 6 buttons on each side. You could pretty much put almost anything you wanted onto it. GG with an interesting comment and totally fair too. I hope I brought it up on screen. Let's see. Glenn's swappable deck is a game changer for iArcade. That's why it deserves a vote. That's going to be a big difference maker, especially for the original iArcade, bringing in functionality to do trackball, functionality to do spinners, and now, of course, to also use the Cinnamon Light Gun on the original iArcade. Jaster Muriel with a $2 super chat. Dude, I'm telling you, Litter Robot 3 Connect. I don't know what that means, but thank you so much for the super chat, Jaster. I appreciate it, brother. Papa Brad with a really great comment here. The ALU is the only product on the market that works a lot like a lot of the multicades you buy on the secondary market do. So if you're going to buy a Game Room Solutions multicade, or if you're going to buy a multicade from a third-party seller, the idea is you're buying it, but it's pretty much blank, and you're going to bring your own games to it. No other home arcade allows you to do that without some really heavy lifting and having to gut it or put like a different operating system in there. So the AtGames Legends Ultimate is an easy piece to do that, and maybe, well, it's still a mod that you add the games through a USB stick. It's a soft mod, but it's not something where you gut the cabinet. So it is hard to beat that from a multicade perspective. I understand that. But with 1 minute left, we're in a very tight race. AtGames Legends Ultimate is in first, but only at 44%. iArcade Gold is at 39%. Neo Geo MVSX in last place at 17%. JR says, it seems like it's been 7 minutes. Charlie Chuck says, okay, my 38 votes are in. I'm waiting for the timer to go off, guys. We've got 44 seconds. 44 seconds to make the decision. Let's see. We've got 145 votes. Let's see if we can get some more in there. Oh, Jaster, thank you very much. It's the best auto litter box. Life-changing. I'm going to look it up, Jaster. I owe you a Coke. Thank you so much for the super chat, brother. I'm not surprised by this. I knew this would be the tightest category between iArcade and AtGames. So many people love both these consoles. So there we go. Yeah. So guys, 4, 3, 2, 1. That's the timer, guys. I got to end the poll. Let's see. Boom. With 147 votes. 147 votes. The Legends Ultimate narrowly defeats the iArcade Gold 43% to 39%. Neo Geo MVSX comes in last place at 17%. Valiant effort by the iArcade, but it is bested by the AtGames Legends Ultimate, which moves on to the final. I'm not surprised. I will tell you, I'm surprised how close it was. I knew AtGames Legends Ultimate was, probably going to be lucky. I'm going to be honest with you guys. I thought iArcade might have won this. The ALU, awesome. So many things, but in terms of looking like a classic arcade, there's a lot of downfalls. The fact that the screen is that 16.9 widescreen compared to a 4x3 or a 5x4 screen that were out there. So I did think that another Multicade had a chance, but the ALU in a close race defeats the iiRcade. So moving on. All right, let's get the next one up. So the next one we're going to do is the pinball category. So just so you guys remember, I'll maximize this so it's the full screen here so you guys can all see. So here is the 4 pinball tables you guys will be voting on. I apologize again. I probably shouldn't have added 2 Arcade1Up pinballs. I probably should have added a well-played pinball, but I don't even know if they exist anymore. I don't know if they're still in business. I love this. I just threw all my iiRcades out the window in a rage. Kevin Clausen says this one's going to be a landslide. We will see, Kevin. We will see. You don't know. You don't know. I got a feeling this is going to be a landslide too. So 7 minutes are going on the clock. Let me take that down. I'm going to bring this up now and add it to the poll. Let you guys vote. Here we go. So starting the poll now. Just give me a quick minute here. You know what? Toy Shock really should have absolutely dominating this category. They were first out the gate, but just they lost their hold on the market once the LP came out, and it didn't help that the LP had every game that was already on the Toy Shock. The LP also killed Well Played by getting the Zachariah tables. Like, yeah, it was tough, man. It was tough. Where Arcade1Up does have an advantage in this category is they do have some original art and some licensed tables. And let's be honest here, there's nothing better than for digital pinball than Zen Pinball, other than visual pinball. So, you know, that's something they had going for them. But obviously, they botched the actual delivery of it. The pinball itself, while still a good experience pinball-wise, like the physics all work and work well, especially after the updates. Graphically, it's not where it should be. Machine was excellent. Like, I love the feel of the machine. I love the looks of the machine. Just kind of fell apart. Anyways, let's see what you guys think in the chat, because I think there are some people out there that still prefer the Arcade1Up pinballs. Let's see. All right. Poll is going up. Let me start the timer. You got 7 minutes to vote. Let me know in the chat, what is your favorite digital pinball machine, home retail digital pinball machine that you could buy? What did you pick up and why? What are you voting for and why? Let me know. Yeah, Crash Gamer, it looks like, man, the Nuggets are going to be in the finals. I can't believe that. That is awesome. I'm kind of rooting for the Nuggets here now at this point. Who's the team in the East? Oh, Miami. I don't want Miami to win. I don't like Miami. So, yeah, I'm all in on the Nuggets. Go Nuggets. Dikembe Mutombo time. Jaster Muriel says, I'm swaying the jury. I'd be shocked if we ever see a new pinball game from Arcade1Up. Yeah, the way they were talking about it last time, it seems like it's price restrictive even to put out a similar offering to what they already put up. And people were already pretty adamant that they needed to make some serious changes in order for the pinball experience to be good. So I'm with you on that, Evil Genius 6 game, and I would be very surprised if we see another iteration of Arcade1Up pinball. But it depends on the contract they have with Zen Pinball. Maybe they'll have to do more. Console Fanboy says, I just played the entire Arcade1Up lineup for the next 5 years on Fightcade for free with no issues. It was glorious. Thank you very much for the super chat, Zohar. I thought you needed money to get home, brother. Jeff Walsh, here we go. $5 US. Both my PCBs on 1-ups went out. ALP for the win, even though I despise the ALU. There you go. Yeah, that was tough. A lot of people mentioned that they had some PCB issues with the Arcade1Up PCBs. I know a lot of people were doing the mystery encoder mod. Jeff, thank you very much for the super chat. I know a lot of people were doing the mystery encoder mod for the Arcade1Up pinballs. But one of the warnings I got from the beta team early on was you should be careful because honestly, these PCBs are holding on with a prayer just to get this working the way it is. So I'm not surprised that there were some issues. Who the heck is voting for Toy Shock? I'm telling you, man, Toy Shock had a loyal base originally. So very early on, let's just be honest, the results are not surprising. AtGames Legends Pinball, 2 minutes in, 75% of the votes with 92 votes recorded already. Star Wars sits at a 12. Attack from Mars, which I thought would be better than Star Wars because they're based on real Williams pinball tables, and the machine has somewhat authentic Attack from Mars art, but it's in third place. And then last place, Toy Shock. You got Jeff Walsh saying call it. Guys, let me know in the chat. I'm going to read some comments out here. What are you voting for and why? Derek Kane says, Toy Shock can still surge and win this. Ryan Streams with an excellent comment. I'm going to make sure I get this up on screen. I like my Toy Shock. I had a Star Wars and a Marvel, but the ALP does it all. It's the only one I have left. Zohar, Mike, please don't do shows like this again. I can't afford it. Zohar, you don't have to super chat, brother. Seriously, send me your PayPal after. Everybody's calling for the mercy rule on this one, but give it a couple minutes, guys. A couple minutes. You don't know how this is going to go. Oh, Rainwater made a super chat that I missed. I am so sorry. Let me go back and try to find it. I'm sorry. I did this on my last, when I did that Wednesday show too. I missed a couple super chats on that. Guys, I am so sorry. So, just give me a minute here, guys. I'm going back to try to find the super chats. I don't know if it's back too far. I am so sorry. Oh, man, I feel terrible. I'm sorry, Jeff. Let me see if I can go back and find it here. I tried to vote Fightcade, got flustered, and hit ALU. Let's see if I can bring it up here. I feel like a bag of shit now, guys. I'm so sorry. How did I miss this, Jeff? I am so sorry, man. Oh, no. No, I don't want to end the poll. I can't go back and get it. I am so sorry here. Jeff, I am so sorry I missed that. Thank you very much. I'll bring it up here. Papa Brad is sharing Jeff Rainwater's super chat. Thank you very much. I tried to vote Fightcade, got flustered, and hit ALU. We got another super chat here from Jeff Walsh. $2. So we all agree Stern takes it. Well, if it was all pinball, yeah, I think maybe. I think maybe, Jeff. Thank you so much for the super chat. Real pinball will pretty much always beat digital pinball. Hey, did someone gift memberships? Oh, you're kidding me. Did I miss that too? Let's see if I can find it here. I didn't miss anything on purpose, Jeff. I'm so sorry, Jeff. And thank you, Zohar. You're never going to get home. Thank you for the super chat, Zohar. $1.99. Who gifted memberships? Oh, this is the one thing I hate about Restream. It doesn't show that. Whoever gifted memberships, thank you so much. Let me know in the chat. Let me know in the chat so I can see. Hey, Jason M. Thank you very much for gifting the memberships, man. That's a really, really cool thing you did. Jason M, everybody say thank you to Jason M for gifting memberships. Thank you very much, brother. I super appreciate it. There we go. Boom. All right, guys. So 6 minutes down. We have 17 seconds left, and we'll put this out of its misery. Looks like the AtGames Legends AtGames Legends Pinball is going to take this. So it's going to be AtGames versus Arcade1Up in the finals. I'm going to be honest with you. I thought the iiRcade was going to get in. There's the timer. End poll. And with 71% of the votes, the king of pinball is the AtGames Legends Pinball. Again, thank you so much, Jason M. A lot of people in the chat. Very happy you did that. Thank you very much. And he seems very excited as well. Happy you were selected. That's awesome. Where's my ALP Micro? Goofyfoot says. I didn't do any of the smaller products. All right, guys, let's move on to the final category, Arcade1Up Seed 2. Hopefully this one will be a little bit more interesting. I know Star Wars ran away with it with Seed 1. Let's see what comes out with Seed 2. Darren Kane says, this is a great episode. Very fun. Thanks, Mux. Thanks, Mike. Thank you very much for joining, Darren Kane. I just thought this would be fun, interactive, talk about positive stuff about arcades we like a lot and products we like a lot. Just a fun thing to do, something a little bit different. Get through some of the negativity lately. And see if I can keep my voice going. Better. This is the best I've done in a couple weeks now. I'm pretty happy with that. All right, let me see if I can bring this up. Arcade1Up Seed 2. Bring it up on screen to remind you what the choices are. I don't know why Rainwater's muted. He better not be. Let me go and find out, guys. Hold on one second. If he is, Jeff, I am so sorry. I did not do that to you. And if you are, I'd like, yeah, I'm not seeing his chats here. How do I see? I don't know. Oop, you don't need to see that, guys. Let me go over here, take that down, because I got to figure this out. Just one second. I'm playing here. Seeing what's going on here. So just give me a minute, guys. I'm going to get this fixed because how do I do it? Settings? Community. Okay, here we go. I've got no, like Jeff isn't hidden. I don't know why he would be muted. Jeff, do you possibly have me? Do you have me blocked? Because I can't see your comments, but you're not here. You're not here in the hidden users, so I wouldn't. I don't know how you're not available. Yeah, if Conti wants to get negative, he can. So, Jeff, check to see if you have me hidden or I don't know, but you're not my hidden users. So I don't know what's going on. Yes, Rainwater should be freed, but he's not here. Yeah, not my hidden users. I have nobody blocked. I don't know what to say here. Like I'll show you. I didn't. You know, obviously I've had moderators, so people might have thrown some people in there. I'll even show you guys. So we got a super chat from Jeff said, LOL, maybe. Maybe. Check to see if you've got me muted or something, because I don't have you as a hidden user. Super chat, console fanboy 4.99, going from Fight Club to Fight K to an Arcade1Up is like going from a slice of pizza to eating straight dirt after a dog pooped on said dirt. Thank you very much for the super chat, Zohar. So I'll go down here and I'll show you my hidden users. Like I'm pretty open about this, guys. So I don't know why Brian Miller is. I can't remember that. I'll take him off. Tommy Tallarico, I don't think he'd come to my thing anymore. Now, I didn't put any of these here. I'm guessing these are my mods that did this over time. I liked Uncle Jesse. He'd always just show up and say, have mercy. So I don't know why he's here. I don't know why Michael Earl's in there. Famous Dub. I got a feeling P-Dub's blocked him. But as you can see, Rainwater's not there, man. So I don't know why he's not there, guys. Little behind the scenes for you there, too. So there we go. I know other Jeff. I know what you meant, Jeff Walsh. Yeah, I don't know who Console Soy Boy is, but I'm guessing one of my moderators threw him out. Those were all my other alt accounts. I knew it. I knew it, Charlie Chuck. Anyways, back to the main event. We'll get this going. Oh, wait a minute. Let's see if I can bring this up. Yeah, here we go. So, guys, back to the regularly scheduled programming. We've got Arcade1Up Seed 2. I don't have Rainwater blocked. I showed you. I don't have him blocked. What did Nude H2 to get blocked? I think we all know what Nude HD did to get blocked. Bill's Retro Gaming Show. I think we all know. All right, guys. So I'm going to throw up the poll here in a second, but here are your options again. Arcade1Up Seed 2. We've got the Dragon's Lair cabinet. Part 3 of the Mount Rushmore of home arcade products. I know there's definitely audio issues later on in the game. Doesn't look to be a patch coming, but everything else about the cabinet is amazing. My wife said to me the other day, you have so many other ways to play Dragon's Lair. Why do you want to keep that? And I said, because it's the only one that I have that's in a larger format that has the actual scoreboard separate. The authenticity of having the extra scoreboard is something different than I have on every other home arcade. That's why that made the cut, and I kept Dragon's Lair. Then, of course, we've got Tron, the excellent Tron cabinet. Flight stick, I've got an extra one, luckily. So, with the extra flight stick, I'm good if anything goes wrong. And if anything goes wrong with both of them, I'll just get Glenn's flight stick. This Tron cabinet is beautiful. That's why it's there. Big Buck Hunter. I actually really dug this cabinet. I had a lot of fun with it. I hear so many people. I know Conti Dinda, who might be here in the chat still or might not be. Conti Dinda said, this is one of the ones that get the most play in his home. Everybody who has a Big Buck Hunter seems to love it. That's why I included it. And last but not least, Mortal Kombat 2 Deluxe, just because of how much I like that original Mortal Kombat cabinet last time, except for the bullshit screen and the wonky Wi-Fi. But with a better screen, I think this is an awesome cabinet. I'm hearing nothing but good things about the Deluxe cabinets, so that's why that's included. Papa Brad says Dragon's Lair on iiRcade is more arcade accurate. I don't know. I can't even remember the arcade. Maybe it is, maybe it isn't. But for me, I can play it on iiRcade, but having the extra screen up top brings me a lot more nostalgia than I'm going to get from just playing it on an iiRcade or playing it on my AtGames Legends Ultimate, Brad. So I understand what you're saying. Blocked users are in your Google account, not YouTube Studio. Okay, I'll double check. But I did not block Rainwater. Anyways, let me put, I'm going to do that. But before I do, let me put this poll option up for you guys. Get this going. Just 1 second. Then we'll figure out this Jeff Rainwater debacle. So, let me put the poll up. Arcade1Up Seed 2. So we've got Big Buck Hunter. Make sure I spell it right and don't put anything down. That's right, Papa Brad. That digital scoreboard, man. I want a Butt Hunter. Yeah, Butt Hunter cab would be pretty cool, too. So we got Big Buck Hunter. We've got Mortal Kombat 2 Deluxe. That option. Dragon's Lair. And Tron. I'm very interested to see where this is going to go. This is one I have no clue what you're going to vote for. Poll is up. I'm going to put the timer on. Start. Boom. Timer started. Have your votes, guys. Charlie Chuck says Big Buck Hunter is good, except for the deer and hunting part. Yeah, I know, but it's like when I started playing it, I wasn't that keen on that one either. But what got me was it just feels a lot like Duck Hunt, and like I would never go duck hunting in real life, but virtually, I mean, geez, you know, who cares? All right, while this is going on, guys, I'm going to go find out what the hell is going on with Jeff Rainwater, why I can't see him on my screen. He is not hidden. I don't know. How do I get to my Google account, guys? How do I get to my Google account? It's Michael B wants another pinball machine. Hey, Cornercade's here. What's happening, Cornercade? I do like adding ads to my live stream. Sorry it bothers you guys, but that's on me. I'm the one who adds it. That's true. Where's P-Dubs? I don't see him here. If he was blocked, he wouldn't be able to comment at all. He's not blocked. So he's not blocked. He's not hidden, as you can see. I don't know what's going on with Jeff Rainwater. Maybe he's got me blocked. I don't know. Because I can't see his comments. Super chat. Zohar. Zohar is definitely not getting home. He's not getting home tomorrow night either. $4.99 super chat. Going from Fightcade to an Arcade1Up is drinking a tall glass of ice cold beer and then drinking straight cat pee with a touch of rat droppings. Jeez, Zohar. Oh, I love it, Steps Gaming. I have YouTube Premium. Play all the ads you want. Thank you very much. Darren. That's right, Darren. When I originally interviewed at Arcade1Up in early 2020, I named Tron and Dragon's Lair as two games I'd love to see made. Thank you very much, Darren. If you had any part in that, we appreciate it because they're two of our favorites. All right, Cornercade with a quick question while we wait for this. Can't you answer this? With Double Dragon getting moved from iArcade with the Double Dragon cab at the Miami studio, is it coming to Arcade1Up? So stay tuned from iArcade. I mean, we don't know that it's getting moved. Like, what happened was the contract expired. That's basically it. So maybe they maybe they're just in the middle of the negotiations. I don't think that anything's happening here, but at the same time, negotiations are tough on this. I mean, they're not making new cabs right now. Double Dragon's been on there for 3 years. Anybody who's bought Double Dragon's probably already bought it. So negotiations are tough because iArcade doesn't have a lot to win from signing it back on. But I think Wednesday, Michael Zverebek mentioned there's going to be a small announcement. I think that's what the small announcement is. Double Dragon's going to go back up on the shop. We'll see. I just think it's a matter of the contract negotiations. I don't think it's that Arcade1Up doesn't have the license to Double Dragon. They already do. They already have Techno, so that's not a problem. I just don't think that retailers wanted it. That's the reasoning I got for why Double Dragon 2 never came out. They just didn't get the retailers' support to pick it up. And I guess they thought that it wouldn't do well on a direct-to-consumer market. Yeah, see, that's the tough one because Arcade1Up, like, I was disappointed they did Double Dragon 2, even though Double Dragon 2 is one of the nicest looking arcades of all time. But here's the thing about that. You can't do the original because the original's, like, you're either going to do a botched side work that isn't accurate, or you're going to have to put that Taito sticker on there, which isn't that good looking. And Taito has nothing to do with Double Dragon. So, yeah. All right, guys, let's check on this vote. See how it's going now. We're 4 minutes in. Last place is Mortal Kombat 2 Deluxe, surprisingly. Mortal Kombat 2 Deluxe at 16%. Big Buck Hunter at 17% is in third place. Second place is Dragon's Lair with 26%. And in the lead, very early on, is the Tron cabinet with 41%. And we currently have... I forgot to put the timer on. Man, I'm some dummy. All right. We got 2 minutes left. 2 minutes left. I don't have a timer this time, so we'll see. Yeah, that's a good point. Evil Genius Entertainment says screen is just too small on Big Buck. That was the big one. That was the big one that just basically everybody did. Everybody did the mod. Even when we talked about it, this new Deluxe cab was coming up possibly for Big Buck Hunter. It was surprising they didn't go to an XL to get that bigger 19-inch screen. So I agree with that. P-Dub's throwing some more logic out there. Nobody is blocked. Restream does not display every single chat message on the screen, but I can tell you, I haven't been able to see Jeff Rainwater's messages, even in Super Game Room Dudes, when I'm on my own account for a while here. So, Jeff, I think it might be on your end. You might want to check to see if you have me blocked or me hidden, brother, because like I showed you my hidden accounts. It's not there. And if it was blocked, you wouldn't be able to comment, I guess. I don't know how it works. They will definitely take out the scene of Marion getting gut punched, no late hits. It's funny. I did a video that everybody got mad with a couple of years ago, and everybody accused me of being woke, where I talked about in Double Dragon, it's surprising that they would show like, violence against women. And after I put it out, everybody shit on me. I was just saying that I wasn't trying to share my personal opinion. But it's interesting you bring that up, because I did do that video, and man, I got a lot of hate comments, a lot of woke comments and virtue signaling. I was just like, well, that's the only video I've ever taken down. I was just like, nope, not dealing with this. People read this one the wrong way. All right, guys, we're getting down. We've got like 15 seconds left right now. Tron. Oh, I did set up my timer. I'm not an idiot. That's the timer, guys. I'm going to end the poll. And there it is, guys. The winner, if it ever comes up. It's not coming up for some reason. There it is. The winner, with 40% of the vote, Arcade1Up's Tron cabinet. Not a surprise. Not a surprise. P-Dubs Arcade Loft says, one of you has the other muted. How do I see that? How do I see that? I went to my hidden users. Is there another way? Can I check my chat options? P-Dubs, I'm relying on you here now. That's why I'm wearing a purple shirt. Maybe. I don't know. I don't even know what woke is. I'm too... no, I definitely don't have them blocked. Fightcade wins. Don't listen to Mike. Thank you very much for the super chat. Console fanboy, $1.99. Fightcade wins. Don't listen to Mike. Yeah, I got to figure it out, guys. I'm sorry about that. I definitely, if I have him muted, I don't even know how you mute someone. He's not in hidden users. Is there some way I can get into my chat settings? So I didn't even say the final results, but Tron won at 40%. Dragon's Lair came in second with 26. Big Buck Hunter finished third with 17. And Mortal Kombat finished in last place at 15%. Lisa says, I've streamed for 5 years and blocked and hidden their separate lists. All right, Lisa, I will check it out later because I can't figure it out how to do it now. So let's get on to the main event here and take a look at our championship. So I'm going to bring up the bracket again, guys. I actually made graphics and shit this time. I'm prepared. I don't have it up still, so just give me a second to get it up. So here it is, guys. Here is the tournament. So Arcade1Up Seed 1. The winner was Star Wars. Star Wars moving on to the finals. In the Multicade section, the AtGames Legends Ultimate was the winner. AtGames Legends Ultimate moving on to the finals. In the Pinball Seed, to the surprise of nobody, the AtGames Legends Pinball trounced the rest of the competition. That is moving on to the finals. And last but not least, Tron was the winner of Arcade1Up Seed 2, moving on to the finals. So I've seen some guesses there, but let's get done with the guesses. I'm actually running late. Let's get the poll results up and started. We're going to give it 7 minutes in heaven for you to decide what's the best home arcade product of all time. So here we go. Just give me a second while I noisily type this into my keyboard. Vote with your heart, people. Boom, it's up. Let me start the timer and let's go. Oh. Timer, start. And you're away. Let me know, who do you think is going to end up as the best home arcade product ever made? So guys, while this is going down, everybody in the chat, let me know what you're voting for and why. Tell me why you think this is the best home arcade product ever made. My voice is coming back to me towards the end of the show. How about that? Widow, damn, everyone is muted. No, I don't have anybody muted. I got to figure this out after the show because I don't have Rainwater muted. Shane says, AtGames and stuff. There we go. Milwaukee Matson, I think iiRcade is the best, but BOYO of AtGames is nice. There you go. Fatal Beat says he doesn't like any of those. I don't know, man. There was time to vote. Jason says ALP with OTG. That's the big one, man, because once I plugged in my PC to my AtGames Legends Ultimate, man, it was all over them for me. Jason M, what the hell, man? Michael B doesn't like mute people. That's terrible. I know, console fanboy. I know, man. I know. No worries, brother. And seriously, hit me with your PayPal, man. I'll get you home. Brooklyn Menace, ALP, because I can hook my iiRcade Gold up through the HDMI and pretend it won this competition. There you go. Skids, that's a great comment. A lot of people don't give it enough credit. Go Mystics did an absolute better job with the emulation on Star Wars. Very, very, very cool. All right, we're 2 minutes in. And surprisingly to me, the AtGames Legends Ultimate is out in a commanding lead at 42%. I really had a feeling the ALP was going to win this all, but the AtGames Legends Ultimate is out 42%. We've got second place AtGames Legends Pinball, third place Star Wars Arcade1Up, and then in last place Tron Arcade1Up. So you guys have 4 minutes and 35 seconds still to vote. Get your votes in there. Make sure your voice is heard. Let people know of these four what you think it's the best one. Sir Sega says, I voted Star Wars. It's what started this home arcade madness for me. That's a very good point. What started it for me, really, I bought Street Fighter, but I wasn't in love until the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles cabinet came out, and then Star Wars just put me over the top. It changed everything about how I considered home arcades and stuff like that. Yeah, I understand exactly what you're talking about. There it is, Matt Asher Gaming, surprising statistics for a pinball channel. Oh, Chester Mareel. Vote Litter Robot. Gallagher Guy 88. I'm looking forward to seeing you in Cleveland, brother. How much is a fight cab? Well, I don't know, man. Like, you can put Fightcade on a lot of things. Carlo says, I'm watching the stream on my ALU. Boom. Ozzy47 says, if you could only get one or two machines, all you need is ALU or ALP. Alan's Ageless Arcades. This is a pinball channel. That's been the joke for the last couple of weeks because I bought a real pinball table. I have one pinball table, one pinball machine. So everybody says I'm a pinball channel now. Yeah, I agree with that. If you play pinball on your ALU, you're doing home arcade wrong. I completely agree. When do we vote? I missed the vote. It's happening right now. There's a poll in the chat for you to vote, Widow. All right, guys. Time is running out. 2 minutes and 34 seconds for you to decide what you think is the best home arcade product ever made. I did do a live stream playing Godzilla. It was back, 4 weeks ago, and I'm hoping to make a video talking about my purchase this week. We'll see. Brooklyn Menaces, you have the best pinball table. I actually tend to agree with that too. Thank you very much, brother. 2 minutes remain until we crown the best home arcade ever. Best home arcade ever made. So, guys, right now we're sitting at AtGames Legends Ultimate, 43%. AtGames Legends Pinball, 28% in second place. Star Wars Arcade1Up, pretty close to the AtGames Legends Pinball, 23%. Tron Arcade1Up, dead last at 6%. 102 votes are in. 1 minute and 30 seconds. Make sure you get your votes in. Let your voice be heard. Godzilla is amazing. May as well put a Raspberry Pi on there. I'm voting for Singular Purpose, beauty, and nostalgia. Star Wars all the way, Dustin says. And that's the thing. That's the thing that's missing from a lot of the multicades is that nostalgia factor. You don't get the original arcade art, all that stuff. So completely agreed. Completely agree, Dustin. Alfred Berger says, the AtGames Legends Pinball plays vertical arcade games. That's another reason it's awesome. I agree. Playing shmups on the thing is pretty neat. By proxy, iiRcade is the true second place winner, Scott B says. Maybe. I don't know. 30 seconds remain. 30 seconds remain until we crown the best home arcade product ever. Fatal Beats says MVC2, Simpsons, Killer Instinct, Golden Tee. I wish my neighbor would mute that damn dog that goes off at 3 a.m. because a mouse farted. I don't even know what to say, man. Oh, there's the vote. I voted because I can play Operation Wolf on the ALU. Thank you very much, guys. I got to turn off my clock here. And that's the poll. I'm going to close it now. And honestly, this was a surprising result for me. This is not what I thought was going to win. But here we are. Just waiting for the results to come up. And guys, in last place with 6% of the votes, only 106 votes, Tron Arcade1Up. In third place with 23% of the vote, Star Wars Arcade1Up. In second place, we'll get to that because we're going to announce what the ultimate winner is, which is the AtGames Legends Ultimate with 41% of the vote. According to you, my audience, the best home arcade product ever made is the AtGames Legends Ultimate. Honestly, going into this, I really thought the AtGames Legends Pinball was going to win. AtGames Legends Pinball finished with 28% of the vote. Overall, AtGames in the finals ended up with 69%. And honestly, ending the show on a 69 is about as perfect as it could get. Anyways, guys, the winner, the AtGames Legends Ultimate, as voted by you, the best home arcade product ever made. Anyways, guys, thank you so much for hanging out with me tonight, joining me in the comments. Let's see. Is there anybody here that has anything else to say about that? Are you guys happy with the results? Do you think someone else should have won? Let me know in the comments here, guys. We'll keep it going for another couple minutes. Hey, Darren, thank you very much, brother. And Papa Brad, people are voting more based on quality than looks. I was hoping that it would be an overall thing, like not just looks, not just quality, all that stuff. Put it all together. Jeffrey Walker says the best one. Zero Redux is 10 more minutes. Evil Genius says, great job, Michael B. Guys, thank you very much. I'm going to go downstairs. I'm going to drink some Gatorade. I will tell you, you guys probably know, I've been coming on here and talking about losing my voice, and I've been sick for the last little while. My daughter got some kind of chest infection that just doesn't seem to want to go away. She's been through several rounds of antibiotics now. It's not going. So I don't know. There's some kind of flu that just doesn't want to seem to leave the house. My son is now got it. We've got medicine in him, plus like moisturizer or vaporizer in the room. I think vaporizer is what you use to smoke weed, so maybe that's not what we're using. Anyways, we've got all this stuff trying to help each other. We just can't seem to get it right. So anyways, hopefully at some point I'll be healthy. I felt pretty healthy almost all day, and then lost my voice for the stream. I don't know what's going on, so I'm sorry about that. Hopefully you still enjoyed the show. Zohar, send me your PayPal. I'll make sure you get home. You got gas money. Anyways, thank you so much for watching. Congratulations, AtGames. You guys had a great showing tonight. And congratulations to the AtGames Legends Ultimate, voted the best home arcade product ever made. Good night, everybody. Thank you so much for hanging out with me. Hopefully this was a fun, positive stream. No negativity, even though you guys are mad because I didn't give Fightcade the chance it deserved. Everybody have a wonderful night. We'll see you next Monday on Chill and Chat with Michael B.